And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Choose the mic. One, Omaha. Switch!
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 21, 21.
On second down, it's Coleman. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays.
I'm going back to you. Rush in.
21, 21.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check that.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go.
Hey, 31.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
57.
Here's Watson. He's got Fuller. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Mike 54. Let's get the ball. 54 is Mike. 54.
To throw again on second down. Watson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Sack City. Sack City, baby. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Hey, 55.
Here we go. Check him up.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. The 49ers have Richie James back deep.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! 12, fellas, here we go.
Come on, QB, come on.
49, check 49, check 49.
Cut!
Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Kill.
11.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. To throw is Watson, and he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. Watson, and Stills bringing it in. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Here's Watson.
A little football one-on-one there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Let's go. 19.
Out of the gun, Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Stills the intended target.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Gary and Conley the one to bring him down.
65.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
21.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw is Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners.
And the 49er first down.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
25 yards there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 75 yards, and the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
6.
Mark 55, Mark 55. Touchdown, defense.
13.
Watch
21. Here we go.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11. Hey, alert. Hey, gun.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Elijah McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Reset. 19.
Hey, check.
To the 4.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
At 31.
3 down. Out. Back.
Now let's go.
After the interception, here's Watson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Oh, what a juke into space. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop him with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Second tone, defense.
1, Omaha.
On first down, it's Coleman, and he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down.
Here we go.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Hey, 59. Hey, 59.
Looking to throw. Watson. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Good. Watch the twist.
54.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
A quick throw out wide to Fuller. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll run on first down. It's Miller, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Second and 11 at the 49ers' 43-yard line.
This is it. Play team. Check. Hayward. Hayward. 57.
On second and 11 now. Watson with a catch made by Hopkins. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap for Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
We got it.
From the gun, here's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They will run again with Coleman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
I got this.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Here we go,
and they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play outside deep.
21.
Check. Check.
Hey, gun.
Check, check. Lucky. Mike 55.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Here we go.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back.
21.
Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
On 1st down, Coleman. And some room to work. The 20. And he cuts it right. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 56 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gold with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away.
The Texans take over
Oh,
first
yes,
and
baby,
10.
let's go.
At their own
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston, all even as we get ready to start the 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
55.
56.
Now Watson operating from the gun. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Watson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson going deep for Hopkins. This is caught inside the 15.
Let's go.
A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And let's go.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
65. 65. Jam.
Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
I'm going to run you over. 50, 54, 56. Check, 56. I'm coming after you. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
3rd and long, it's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
11.
Now Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll run it again with Miller. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
What's that? 19. Mike 54. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 3rd down, Miller. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return, it's James. 12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.